2 nights down, 2 Aurora up. Pretty good record so far. We'll see if it keeps that ratio up as we continue to loot Milton / Mountain Town / Milton. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta series, where we are taking on the Archivist challenge. I haven't fully looted up Grey Mother's house, so let's head on up there. There was a wolf right around the corner. So let's head on up here and see what else we might be able to find in this area. Again, Milton is one of the most loot-dense regions in the game. So the fact that we've started here is very good for us. Now I just have to see what else we may be able to find with a little bit of concerted effort looking through this rather large home, the largest in the zone, and a rather significant location for the story of the Long Dark, which of course I will not spoil. But you definitely come here if you are playing the story mode of the Long Dark. It's more or less your main destination in this particular zone. Right, there's another cooking pot, which is hilarious to me. So we have 3 cooking pots already. Haven't picked one up yet, but we have 3. There's some cloth, which I'll break down. I'll go ahead and do that. We've mostly repaired our clothes, but I can stay on top of that for the most part. Oh, no, don't want to sleep yet. Don't want to click the bed. I'm just clicking on everything that makes words pop up. Can't loot the bed, Hadrian. What are you doing? Alright, nothing in here. That's weird. Wait. Revolver ammunition. So I don't... Oh, there's some climbing socks. Heck yeah. Let's go ahead and put those on. And that's why you look over and under everything to your utmost ability to do so.
I'll take it.
That's a decent thin wool sweater, which we already have 2 of those, so don't have to worry about a third one. But it's good that we found it. Okay, nothing else here. We do have some more water. Not that I need it, but I'll grab this water. I don't want to be in the habit of just completely ignoring all toilet water. All right, so that's not our first bandage. We have, I think that's probably our 6th now. Yes, that is our 6th bandage. That's a lot of bandages. Hey, thermal underwear. Perfect, and it's in pretty good condition too. Okay.
I think I can use this.
I doubt I will need that ragged sport vest. I'll pick it up just in case I can scavenge it or harvest it. Worn dress shirt, same thing. I definitely don't need the worn dress shirt, but I can get some cloth from that. And we're going to continue to see what kinds of things might be before us. Nothing really here. Nothing in the trunk. Nothing in the drawer. Nothing under the bed. Nothing under the foot of the bed. Okay. So we have this closet. There's another sewing kit. There's another, well, a revolver cartridge. We found an entire box of revolver ammo a moment ago. All right, I'm going to tear apart this cloth because there's probably not just any grape soda, but Stacy's grape soda behind it. I was going to say probably an accelerant. Because I think that's one of the items that was in the old loot tables, right? For being behind that cloth, but not anymore. All right, so let's break down this cardboard box because this is one of those cardboard boxes that when you break it down might yield additional items. Not on the screen, but it would make other things appear in front of you. Not this time, though. So that looks like we have found everything. Oh, wait, hang on. There's a magnifying lens. Very nice. Stack of papers. I'm kind of feeling around in the dark here. All right, we need to try and make it to the farmhouse. So that's what we're going to do. Let's head downstairs. And let's take a moment to take inventory. I don't need 3 books, so I will drop them. I will find more. That's the thing with the extra books right now. I will find more, period. I don't know that I need all this firewood right now. I think what I'll do while I'm in Milton is leave my firewood here. I'm tempted to drop that training book too, but I'll leave it. Okay, and how long will it take to harvest this? 20 minutes? I don't have 20 minutes, so tell you what. I'm going to... I'll put some clothes in the open cabinet here. I don't have time to harvest them right now. It's literally the same condition as one of the other thin wool sweaters that I'm already wearing. So we'll just put those away. And then finally, we do have lots of water, which we can partially resolve by drinking it here. But we still have a little bit too much. Yeah, the water remains the main source of weight. So what I will do is I will also put some water. You know what? We'll be even more organized. Let's put it in the fridge. And then let's see if we can just... This might seem a little bit premature and less systematic of me than I've been doing so far in the first hour and a few minutes of gameplay. But I'm going to beeline for the farmhouse. Because I'd like to make it there by nightfall. And we don't have a ton of time left to do that. All right, so... Oh, wow, that still was not enough. Okay. Let's go ahead and eat some of the lower condition items here. And this should top off our stomachs. I said plural because I feel like we're playing this together, but obviously Jennifer has one stomach. Should top off our stomach, which is almost a weirder thing to say. Our hunger meter. There. There. All right, let's go. Now, bear in mind, I still do not have any weapons whatsoever. So I am going to beeline, but I also want to look through these locations to the best of my ability, like these cars along the way. Because you never know when you might find a revolver sitting in a back seat somewhere. I don't need those. I'll take the painkillers. That's fine. And of course I'm encumbered again. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? Yeah, I don't think that's going to do it. Not going to do it. Not even close. Ugh. Can't drop anything right now because I am in a car. Search the trunk. Nothing. You know what? I can drop some of these cash notes. There we go. Spring risk gone. Good riddance. All right, I'm going to stay relatively close to the road. And yeah, I guess I will check the cars as I go by, just to stick to my guns. No pun intended.
Well, this stuff will come in
Flare.
handy.
Once again encumbered. I reap what I sow. I know. I reap what I sow. Don't need the water. I'm just going to leave it. There's plenty of water to be had. So there do seem to be a good number of wolves in the immediate area. Like, a good number. One area I will go quickly while we're right here. I'm going to make a slight deviation from the plan. Just a slight one. Because I want to try and make it up here. Because there's a house on this particular hilltop that in the past... Is it on this hilltop? Or is it on the next one? Where am I? What the hecking heck is this? Hang on, I don't want to fall. There it is. Wait, no, that's not it. What the heck? That's not it. Am I losing my mind? I just can't see, so my sense of direction is completely shot. This seems really different from the Milton wait a minute. There's a house up at the top. Okay, it's clearing. There it is. Okay. Okay, I get it. I was not as far down the road as I thought I was. I thought I was past this gap already, but I wasn't. So that's why I was so confused. I genuinely, for a moment, was like, did they change, like, Milton for this challenge somehow? Or is it different? And I knew that wasn't the case, but that's what was going through my head. Because I was so turned around. But I do want to poke my head into this area because there have been firearms discoverable. Let me look around the house, first of all. Okay. Again, the loot tables have been given a complete refresh. If you missed... All right, there's a jerry can there. That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. It's going to encumber me a little bit. But if I find a lantern anywhere, that could come in handy. Yeah, loot tables have been completely refreshed. So, all right, we're not going to worry about those tools, because I already have some anyway. So with the loot tables being refreshed, a lot of what we remember from what was in these zones, hey, accelerant, is no longer actually here. But another weird effect that that's having, I'm sure I'm not alone in this, is that not only are we second-guessing ourselves with regard to, well, will the things that we expect to be in certain places be there anymore because they've changed it all, but we're also, there's a second layer of second-guessing because it's like, which memories that we have are correct? If we've been to a place recently, which I have played in Milton a couple of times since I started revving up to get the channel going again. And so I'm sitting here going, am I remembering finding a gun in Milton since the loot table refresh? Or am I remembering it from a time before? And I know that I am not the only one pondering that state of cognitive dissonance. So obviously with time, we'll get more accustomed to what is in the game currently, what you can currently find, as opposed to what you used to be able to find. But for now, it's a lot to kind of juggle, because you have new memories and old memories, and for the time being, for all of us, varies by individual, but for all of us, it's going to be more difficult to separate the two and keep them distinct from one another. Okay, so there's a wolf right there. And there could be another wolf in front of us. I need to be careful. I need to not patrol too close to that one, but let me watch over here as well. And keep an eye on the path. Yeah, I'll step a little bit closer here so that I have room to run if I need to. Now, thankfully, I'm about to be between this chicken wire. Barbed wire. So that gives me the ability to feel at least a little bit protected from anything that might come at me. But not in an extremely comforting sense, just in a barely comforting sense, you know? All right, so I'm definitely keeping my head in the swivel, looking in both directions, because there could be wolves on either side. Coinciding with the update to the loot tables, they are planning an update, which I would guess is coming sooner than later, but there's no confirmation of this whatsoever. This is pure speculation on my part. They've announced that they will be updating the spawn tables for the wildlife as well. But we don't know when that'll be, as is the case with all of the content that's announced as part of the Tales from the Far Territory DLC. They're staging the release. It's coming out every 8 to 10 weeks throughout the year. Really cool kind of release strategy for a single purchase. So there's free updates as well that are coming to the game, so you don't have to buy the DLC if you want access to the updates. All right, so we need the key to this house. And I'm really hoping it is in that truck. I don't hear or see any indication of a wolf nearby. All right, there's another pry bar. Let me get into the truck real quick. Paradise Meadows farm key. I just heard a wolf. I think he's going after a rabbit, though. So there's the key. Now, of course, we have to bear in mind that... Hang on, I'm watching for that wolf. We have to bear in mind that opening the front door with this key... All right, he's going after a rabbit. If we had a gun right now, we could totally scare off, especially if we just had a revolver. We could scare the wolf away from that rabbit that he just killed. We could also do the same with a rock. Hey, a snare.
This will come in handy.
Just sitting on the porch. How about that? All right. Unlocking. So I'm actually kind of hoping that there's a revolver in here. That's interesting. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. I thought there would be a full unlock and a full opening. Maybe there was. I just didn't notice because I was talking about the snare. All right. Not going to worry about the water for now. Antibiotics. Nice. All right. Nothing else here. Medicine shelf. Medicine shelf.
This stuff will come in handy.
Trail boots. That's interesting. That's interesting because they're better than work boots. This was the same combination of footwear, or the same decision regarding footwear that I had in Against All Challenges Nomad. So I'm going to switch to the others for a moment, repair them in a second, and I might change my mind again before we leave.
Hope nobody needs
Another decent thin wool sweater. Really game. So the loot shenanigans are clearly continuing. Ragged work pants. Don't I already have cargo pants? These are 100%. So these will be better protection against the wind, but we already have very nice protection against the wind. It'll be about 1.6 when fully repaired, or 1.7, whereas these are 1.8. So I don't think I need those pants that I just picked up. I'm just going to put them right back down. Right back down. Not going to worry about it. And let's continue to search. Decent military coat. Decent simple parka. Oh my god. Hey, oh wait, I got so excited. I thought that was the gun. There's not a gun. Okay. I saw the broom. Unfortunately, there is no gun for us here. We might find it elsewhere. But, hang on. So that's a pretty big win. Let's go ahead and put on the military coat, and then we'll put on the, well, actually, yeah, we'll put on the simple parka underneath it. And now we're definitely protected against the elements, like, to an absurd degree. So much so that I'm going to go ahead and just drop those other items back in here. Where is the other one? Oh, yeah, that's right. I wasn't wearing another coat. Although, okay, yeah, we're good. All right, so let's check in here. Keeping a weather eye for anything gun-shaped. Worn wool socks. I don't think that's an upgrade because I have a feather in the trash can. That's a new one. That is a new one, speaking of loot table changes. Holy actual crap. Sorry if I startled you. How have I actually, been recording for almost 20 minutes already? I'm telling you, time flies. Thank you to everyone who came to the premiere yesterday, by the way. That was, I mentioned in the comments for the first episode, but that was far and away like the most attended premiere we have had, I think, ever. But certainly the biggest one since the channel came back online, without question, no doubt at all. And it was a lot of fun. We had a blast. So I appreciate you all for coming. I have some special series plans in the works that involve premiering every episode for special series, special occasions. Series that won't run as long, but that will allow us to have those kinds of hangouts a little bit more frequently. So that's something for you to look forward to. Anyway, that's channel related, so I will veer away from that and focus on the Long Dark. Try not to do that too much. Ketchup chips, nice. All right, so far I have not been a very happy camper with what I've discovered in the farmhouse, I have to say. All right, so we have some Pinnacle Peaches, Summit Soda, wood matches, that's nice at least. Revolver ammunition, dusting sulfur, which frankly I'm just going to leave right there. Lantern fuel. Haven't even found a lantern yet. Apparently I overlooked one. So I mean, if worse comes to worse and I don't find one anywhere else, which frankly I was kind of expecting to find one here, then I will go back, and I don't know where it was when I overlooked it. I was just told that I overlooked one, so I will still find it myself. I know the building, but I don't know where it was. Okay. How much am I carrying that Jennifer is breathing this hard? Hold on. Hold on. Stop everything. Let's drop all of those. The loot shenanigans continue. Gonna drop half of the matches, because that's almost half a pound right there. Gonna drop some of the painkillers. Again, that's almost another half a pound. Gonna drop that. I do need to repair some of the items, so I think mainly it's just the water that I'm carrying. And I did pick up that jerry can, although the jerry can is not... It doesn't have that much fuel. Jerry cans can certainly be heavier. I will drop that metal. Yeah, it's the water and the food. And oh my god. Oh my god, I have so many sodas. Okay. Well, we do need to sleep for 6 hours. So, tell you what. Just to lose some of this weight. Here's what I'm going to do here. Because I want to see if we get the Aurora for another night. So let's go ahead and sleep for 7 hours. Is my thirst complete? It's good enough. Let's sleep for 7 hours. Just for the 7. Aurora. There it is. 3 nights in a row. So either we have a high frequency Aurora setting with this playthrough, with this challenge, or there's an Aurora literally every night, which does enable us, happily, to deal with this challenge a little bit more straightforwardly. All right, I'm going to eat these Pinnacle Peaches because they are low condition and they are a pound and a tenth. So we're going to do away with that. I'm going to drop the recycled can. The flashlight is adding weight, too. I have to acknowledge that. So, I mean, at this point, I don't need the toolkit, and I will probably find another one before I need a toolkit, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that. And then what I'm going to do, because I need to pass some time anyway, is I'm going to... Let me double check this. Yeah, I don't need those wool socks. So I'm going to harvest these. I'm also carrying that extra pair of shoes. What do I think? They're not as protected, but I just found the military coat. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and harvest these. That's an hour and 30 minutes. This was part of my plan here. I'm not going out during the Aurora while I'm still looting Milton. Doesn't make sense. I'm just going to repair some things. Oh, interesting. We have a blizzard during an aurora. Or at least what sounds like heavy winds during an aurora. Okay. We're going to repair that. And it just occurred to me that one thing I can do with the metal that I dropped is I could make some improvised crampons. So that could be something that I do. Ooh. Oh, the aurora just went away. That's what happened. Interesting. Although the sun is starting to come up. So that will at least give me... Let's go ahead and drink the lower condition of the items in our inventory. Definitely going to have this condensed milk. Okay, so now we're definitely good. Now let me sleep for as long as the game will let me, because frankly, I need light to finish what I'm doing. Okay. It's eating up 2 cloth every time I fail this repair, so I really need it to actually work. There we go. Chewing through some of this cloth will help me reduce the amount of stuff that I'm carrying, and I should get well fed, like, quite soon. If not by the end of the episode. Well, no, not quite. It'll be, let me think. We had the first 2 nights, so it's going to be by the middle of the next night that I get it. Because we started... Hello. All right. Thankfully, we have another sewing kit. Because we started in the middle of the night. So we're almost there. And that will help with the carrying. Because right now, this is rough. I'm not going to lie. All right. I do want to eat a few more of these peaches to get rid of that extra weight. Because we've got a ton of pinnacle peaches. It's a little bit absurd. Now let's drop the extra cans on the ground. Let's drop the sewing kit, which I'm no longer going to use. What am I looking at? In terms of burden, I'm still carrying like way too many sodas. It's disgusting. So you know what? We're going to say goodbye to that many sodas. That's a lot of sodas just dropped on the ground. Okay. So, let's have another glance around just to make sure I didn't overlook anything as I began to retire to the bedroom there. So there's no gun unless there is one by a body somewhere, which is possible. And there are still some locations in Milton which could have a gun. So I'm not giving up yet, but I would have preferred to have one before now. Okay, so let me take a quick look at the recipe for improvised crampons. So we need 4 scrap metal, which is exactly how much I had. I think I stood here when I dropped that. Or was I elsewhere? Let me think. Could be that I was still in... I might have still been at Grey Mother's when I dropped the scrap metal. But I don't know for certain. Yeah, there's definitely no scrap metal there. And the only other place that I've dropped things is here. Was it here? It was here. Alright, so I'm going to pick up... Alright, so that's 2 pieces of scrap metal. I really thought I had dropped more scrap metal than that. So now we just have to drop a few things to compensate for what we just picked up. I'll keep the scrap metal on me so that we can make crampons as soon as we have 4. And I do think I dropped more elsewhere. so that's good. I don't need all those matches. I know it seems crazy, but this is just a challenge. We're not going for longevity here. And I'll drop that firearm cleaning kit because I'm sure I will find another. So before I head out from the farmhouse here, I will go ahead and cut this episode. In the next one, we are going to continue looking around Milton / Mountain Town / Milton to see what we can discover in the area with regard to the potential for self-defense. Because we're mostly good in terms of protection from the cold. Now it's just a matter of finishing our looting run. We're not going to go out to the far edges of the zone. There are a few kind of outlying buildings that I could visit. There are a few outlying locations that might be worth looking for, like a revolver or a rifle before we go anywhere. But at the same time, as long as I'm careful, I don't have to have a gun when I leave Milton, so I'm not necessarily feeling right now like I'm going to bend over backwards to find a firearm in Milton before I leave. But I want to at least continue to try for an episode longer, at least, or so. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.